everyone, Samurai Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 6th episode of the 3rd season of Jashin-chan Dropkick. And last episode was exciting because we actually had Sensei come over, right? Like, we've seen her in flashbacks and stuff, but I think that's the first time she came over to Jashin's place. But yeah, I think she even brought gifts and stuff. And she has a great, very enjoyable relationship with Liera, right? You know, and that was made even better by the fact that they're kind of put into a bit of a different dynamic with Liera, however you pronounce that name, being like a kind of a child student kind of role at the orphanage, where she's like, you know, authority figure kind of role. And yeah, there was a lot of that, especially with Liera trying to like not be childish, but she also wanted to ride the panda, which Jashin-chan made sure to torment her over that, which was great. We also had like a Miku straws, which I need one of those in my life. Also, Jashin-chan herself, I think she like gambled away all the Kickstarter money, crowdfunding money. No, that's not a good thing, really. But yeah, we're here for this episode, and the very first shot we get is like at a beach, but unless I'm crazy, the art style looks a little different, but I don't know. But yeah, let's just jump into it and see exactly how this goes, because I think the preview showed Jashin like on the run or something. I don't know, but let's just jump in. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, I think that's Jashin. Just coming out of the water like a serpent, a sea creature. Kushiro arc. Okay. I'm not sure what Kushiro means in this context, but who would ever feel bad for Jashin-chan? I think she was in the water. Yeah, more or less what happened. Are we gonna go look for her? Okay, so is that like a place? I don't know. Yeah, Kushiro City Hall, okay. Okay, I mean, Hokkaido I've heard of. Maybe Kushiro, maybe that has been a name you've heard in the show before, I don't remember. But Jashin-chan, I know Jashin-chan, I know Hokkaido. Well, Medusa does barely even qualify as an X. Somebody had to say it. I still don't know why they don't have Miku in that band shot. Like, it would make so much sense. Oh, an owl, okay. I was wondering what that was. It's, yeah, like a shade of an owl. Have you tried eating your tail? I mean, it regenerates, right? I don't think that's as tasty as it looks. Haven't we had statues moving in the show? Okay. Are you gonna eat that? You always have in the water, see if you can catch your own fish. It's backwards, Jashin-chan. Uh, well, yeah. You know about the debt and all that. Right. Okay. I feel like you're trying to convince me to tourist this place. Much smaller plane. First we find a nice hotel. This really is an advertisement for Kushida. But Jashin-chan would love some of that food. Medusa looking her best, as usual. I just feel like she hasn't had much screen time this season, doesn't it? You know, you could have just checked Japan a little bit more before you went to all these random, exotic, faraway places. Yes, because we all care about her, I guess. I understand why you would think that. I don't know if that's true or not. Like, you caught to like Kateni, you know. Okay. Well, now I know. And it really spelled that way too. Okay, in kanji. Well, okay, looks like she got her hand on some food. Well, you shouldn't have called it that then. I mean, that's the obvious joke there. Oh, okay. Symbols in particular make me wish to make me want to watch previous episodes because I know they represent stuff I don't really remember. Like I said, you shouldn't have called it that. Just one sad shrimp on the rice. Okay. Okay. How fast is he going? Okay, what are you up to? How did you get there? Okay. So that happened. It looks like you went on quite the adventure. And now you're all alone. That's quite sad. Oh, I recognize that cloak thingy. Yeah. I always think of Seto Kaiba when I see it. I don't know why. Oh, hey, Jashin-chan manga. Clearly a must buy. Boo boo boo. Oh, yes, it looks quite exciting. It's all that grass. Farming Onbetsu. They do have cows, you know. They look all right. Does it? I mean, you had to try, I guess. You gotta drink that milk, suckle those teats, Because that's, I mean, that's not a bad idea. And of course, 100% Beef Girl likes this place. I just thought about that. You should suck it from the tap like Jashin's totally doing right now. Okay. You are kind of making me want to try it. Naturally. I don't mind drinking her milk. Is that the Jashin-chan cow? Stop sucking my cow! As somebody who's hungry and or thirsty. I wish we saw an actual shot of it. I would have loved to have seen her actually drinking it. That's a lot of time. I mean, I guess for a devil, not really, but... Manimo Yokan Jelly Ball. Okay. Oh, does it pop? Is it a balloon? You're gonna keep doing it, aren't you? Are we allowed to do this? Are we supposed to, like, sell these or something? It's gonna flip down. Yeah, okay, that works too. They can't take my balls from me. Anybody that hires Jashin-chan for a job is a fool. And we already knew that. How did you catch up? Bubbles. Are you gonna pop those too? Okay. I knew it was not what I see in anime very much. How do you fail at eating? Like, Josh, I know you're pretty useless, but you can't even manage to put balls in your mouth without hurting yourself. Grab. Okay. Okay, Terminator. Okay, Josh. This is gonna be... she's gonna become an urban legend, being the devil coming out. You know, like a Loch Ness Monster sort of thing. Is there an echo in here? Yeah, they're gonna have no idea what that even was. She was like fully covered up. Well, she might get a better view now. No. Trash. Yeah, this is how you start a religion. Show from the water, beaming light floating in the air. Because Josh is not going to work, so somebody has to. You know, child labor laws and all that. Always inconvenient. What a shot of her. Okay. So we got paid in cash then? Oh god, those are ugly chickens. Or emu, that's the word, thank you. If a predator finds them, I guess, I don't know. Possibly alien abductions. Well, that's a pretty chicken. Also known as a crane, yeah. I mean, I can't really blame her. They are quite pretty. We're basically tourists in this episode, so... I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Apparently, and that's probably where you guys want to go, because that's kind of where Jashin is. Peak crane one. No, no, they're not. Okay. Why can't she hear there? Oh, there she is. There's Miko. I was wondering when she was going to show up and in what context. But there we go. I mean, it wasn't much, but... She met her contractual obligation. Like, I can see that. Clothes renting. Okay. Wow, she has like a bow. Wow. Yeah, you both actually look pretty nice. I've honestly never seen this much Ainu stuff in an anime episode. Like, it's kind of crazy. And I've seen, you know, hundreds of animes, so... Definitely a bit of a change. Tell him. Okay, Matsuri. Oh god, she went from not having any food to this. That's quite a comeback, I must say. Okay, we apparently continue to rent the clothes. Just take a bit of that. Man, his issue wasn't arrogant enough as it was before. I don't know how we're gonna get her to leave. Yeah, you really should do that. Emus, they're not happy when they're hungry. I can explain. They just follow me home. I mean... Jashin wouldn't do that. She is Jashin-chan, yes. she Just gotta ride the emu out of there. Freaking Jashin-chan. How did you not know that? A big fat bird that's not gonna be able to fly. That should be common sense. Or I'm surprised it could do that much. Like, especially with weight on its back. It's like quite impressive. Poke. Okay, what the fuck is happening? So she just has wings now, or like little wings? Okay, that was funny. My eyes are watering. I'm dead. I'm literally dead. God, my eyes. Give me a second. That was the best thing in the episode so far. Okay. Oh, there's a non-flightless bird. Okay. Cranes, apparently they can fly. This really escalated. That was a nice little shot there. Yes, you did. Sure, why not? That sounds good. Well, now what do you do, Jashin-chan? Oh no, what is this? Are we gonna... I'm losing my mind watching this episode. Oh god. Oh no, what's she gonna look like now? Oh, she got a ponytail, that's cool, wow. That's, okay, that's pretty. Okay. She actually looks like some kind of monster you'd seen in a JRPG. Now she just rains fireballs from above. And did that just say hasta la pizza? Why did it say hasta la pizza? But yeah, let's aim true. And her arrow's apparently mechanical, or like a freaking Hawkeye arrow, I guess, for some reason. Gonna go for the back. Well, we got it. Yeah, defusion. Luckily the crane can get away. Would have been tragic if the crane got injured as well. Luckily it's okay. And yeah, roll credits, yeah. Is that a truck of potatoes? Okay, we got a little bit more Miku, technically, I guess. Should have had Miku rent some of the clothing. That would have been something. This episode is proof of that, yes. And she's still wearing it too. I mean, she really does look good in it, honestly. Especially like the headband. I don't know what you'd call that. I mean, we already established Uranium looks great in anything and everything, so I guess it shouldn't be too surprising. But seriously, this episode was insane. And yeah, Jashin can fly, you know. I don't know why she needs the wings. It must be heaven, huh? Nice little mood and end it off. Okay. Okay. Well, that was the 6th episode of Jashin-chan Dropkick X / season 3. Okay. Okay, well, as I figured, we do have Jashin-chan on the run from debt collectors and all that, as you do. And we went to Kushiro, which is in, Hokkaido. I remember the name. But yeah, basically chased her down, and this episode was essentially like a big old tourist advertisement. I mean, there's make no mistake about it. It was not exactly subtle about it. That is what this was, and it did its job well enough. I didn't really know much about Kushiro before this, and it seems like a pretty decent spot to visit. Although outer space looks like it's fun to visit too. But we did have Medusa go on quite the journey. I like the whole katedon thing, right? I guess that's a real food. I don't know, but kate kateni as in like doing something. There's a couple of ways to translate it, but like doing something selfishly or doing something on your own accord. I don't know what the best way to but yeah, just they kind of. I'm pretty sure that was part of the joke with Jashin just grabbing and eating it, But it was great either way. And they pretty much, had a good time visiting here. They were, of course, looking for Jashin-chan, too, but they were still taking in the sights, eating the food, enjoying all the touristy kind of stuff, and having a good time. I mean, Pekora, she didn't seem to be having the greatest time. She had quite a story with smugglers and in the boat and all that, but, most of the people in the episode had a pretty fun time, I would say. Right? 100% Beef found her calling at this farm area. Jashin-chan got to suckle on those cow teats for some milk, while 100% Beef actually drank it from a glass, Different strokes for different folks, I guess. But, yeah, I couldn't help but imagine sucking from 100% Beef's tap, during the scene for obvious reasons. It made me think about that. But, yeah, Jashin-chan actually got a job for, 15 minutes. It did not last very long, because it's Jashin-chan, of course, it wouldn't last very long. And she took some of those Marimo Yokan jelly balls for the road, after, popping them. I kind of want to try one, honestly. But, yeah, the episode up until this point was fairly normal, right? Nothing too strange, aside from the, the blatant touristy sort of thing going on. And then we had Jashin-chan fall into this, mud pit thingy, right? And she just kind of ascends while being all muddy, which attracts some stares, from some of the locals, and they kind of follow her as she goes to the water. And after going in the water, getting cleaned up, she rises, kind of floats with this magical light aura, and suddenly, yeah, she's suddenly God, right? That's how that works, right? She, everybody else is working hard in the fields and all that. Most of them are working hard. I don't think Lieru was working very hard because she was a child, right? But we saw the emus, right? And they were, they were doing their thing. And we also saw cranes who were doing their thing. But yeah, some of them got stolen by Jashin, because of course she does, trying to sell them or whatever for money. It's a Jashin-chan thing to do. Nothing too shocking. But this is peak crane. What is that line? But we did see a very brief shot of Miku. She didn't really do anything. She just kind of walked by, right? I think she bought some mudding pudding or something. But yeah, we saw all the sights. Some of the stuff did look pretty interesting. Even got to see some of that clothing on both Eureka and Medusa, right? And Eureka pretty much wore it for the rest of the episode. I appreciate that. Right, and then we finally stumbled upon Jashin-chan, who's in a bathtub full of money. Reminded me of the ending of Rants 1, kind of. But yeah, just literally sitting in a bath of money, refused to leave. And yeah, this is where the craziness of the episode really ramped up, right? We had emus entering the room. We had Jashin-chan mounting one, jumping out the window with the emu as a mount, learning the hard way that emus cannot fly. But apparently it can flap hard enough to not crash with full momentum into the ground while having someone on your back. So that was pretty impressive. But yeah, the part where it truly skyrocketed into insanity was when the emu said, "Do you want wings?" That may have been what caught me off guard the most in the whole episode. That was so unexpected. I know a lot of strange things happened in the episode, unexpected things, atypical things for the show happened, but that took the cake, But she did fuse with the emu. I was expecting her to have maybe some tiny wings on her shoulders or her back or something. That's what I was thinking, right? And then they actually transitioned to her, and the snake part of her body became an emu part of her body. Like, it doesn't sound that funny when you explain it out loud, but it really, really was funny. I don't know why, but like, because, you know, she was already half human, half snake, right? If you fuse the Emu, you just kind of, you know, class shift, like video game terms, go half human, half emu, right? You know, why not? She's like a centaur, but like half bird. It was quite the sight. But she can run pretty fast as a result. I think it's how that works. And then, you know, we couldn't possibly like bring the insanity level down. No, that would be ridiculous. So we have everyone else show up with glowing cranes. I mean, I assume they're like using angel powers to power up the cranes. I guess, I don't know. Trying to add rationality to this stuff is not easy, but I guess that's what happened. I did like the shot that we had with I don't remember her name. The one that's, you know, that runs up to Eureka, right? We had like a behind the shot as she just kind of like descends, right? And she just kind of, you know, pops off. I don't know. I just like the level of detail they went with in the animation on that. But yeah, she runs over to Eureka, hugs her. It's like, hey, you came for me, right? And she's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I totally did that. And we have Jashin-chan pretty much being surrounded all over. And she, like, defuses with the emu. You know, if I wasn't already kind of burnt out on insanity, I probably would have, you know, had another big laugh at that. But at this point, nothing really surprised me anymore, right? But yeah, she just, like, jumps out of it, implying that basically Jashin-chan shoved her butt into this poor emu's head until it, like, inverted, like it went inside. So this whole time, he basically had the emu, like, his head halfway into his own body, right? Just staring at Jashin's butt in his face the whole time until he could finally just pop it back out, right? So, yeah, that could have got a lot worse, you know, especially if that big old beak, like, stabs her, but I don't know. I guess it all kind of worked out. Either way, she then combined it with a crane, gained, like, angel wings, ironically, because she's a devil, and just kind of flew off into the sky. And then Eureka whips out her bow she's had for a while, which apparently has a mechanical, you know, arrow, you know, like the Ainu did, I guess, and just fired it at Jashin-chan, bringing her back down. Luckily, the crane was okay. Would have been tragic otherwise, and then we just kind of have Eureka with a smile as she watches the sunset, as Jashin-chan just leaves, goes somewhere, truck of potatoes, I guess, and she watches fireworks from there, while other people watch fireworks from the building with Emu. You know, half that room was just the Emu hanging around watching fireworks. What did I watch this episode? I keep talking about it, and I can't even believe half the things that are coming out of my mouth currently. But it was a nice firework watching ending. I guess it was a nice ending. I suppose, and 100% beef founder calling with the cows and all that. That's great. But yeah, this episode kind of, you know, I feel like I kind of lost my mind, but it was fun. I enjoyed my time with it. Who needs sanity anyway? But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.